Greetings, greetings, my beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters. Yes, it is your girl, your big homie, TT, and welcome to TT Talk, y'all. Yes, yes, I am so excited about today, y'all. First, we can't move forward without doing this. Special shout out to the APAP team for allowing your girl to use this platform to represent God here in this realm. That's all I'm here to do, you guys. I'm here to give you a little hope because we so desperately need it. Ain't that right, Patrick? Listen, let me check your temperature. Sit down, take a load off your feet. Okay, how are you doing? You doing okay? I'm doing all right today, y'all. We here. That's all that matters. You showed up. Listen, shout out to all of the caregivers. I had to get that out the way. I've been running into a couple of you, and we in this paint together. Shout out to you. I know it's tough. I know it's rough. I know you ain't getting the support you need, but you hang in there. There's a special blessing for you. I really believe that. It's a special blessing for us. I take care of my mother. And don't keep coming up to me telling me that I'm doing a good job. Okay. We need a little bit more support than that. But y'all hang in there. God see you. He see you. Shout out to all them caregivers out there. Listen, I got a question. Because I was thinking about this earlier. And we are, 6 months in the year. So I want to just ask you a question. I ain't even trying to get in all your business like that, but I just want to ask you a question. Did you make New Year's resolutions? Did you keep them? What happened? What happened to your New Year's? We 6 months in. Did you stick to your diet? Okay. What's going on? Can you stay down and don't quit? Can you stay down when you are not getting the results that you thought you was going to get? Can you stay down when all odds are against you? How long can you stay down? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Listen, all I can give you is what I had experienced and what I am experiencing. This is all I got for you. This is all I got, y'all. I'm not going to give you nobody else's story unless I'm, sharing it with you. And usually this is how I do it with people. Everybody that I meet, I learn from them. There's two things that I can learn from you. You want to know what it is? One, listen, the first thing I learned from you is not to do what you do. Okay, I'm going to either learn to be like, you know what, I don't know if I want to do, I don't want to do that. Now, I might not want to do that. Or I'm going to pick up something from you and take it and implement it in my life. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's how I navigate through this thing called life. So check this out, y'all. I want to just share a quick story with you. So you know that, of course, we on this journey, right? And I remember when God has first spoke to me and told me to do this event, y'all. Listen, he spoke to me and told me to do it. And then he confirmed it through a friend, right? And I didn't know. It was, y'all, when it was brought to me, it was in a time where my life was in confetti. It was crazy. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't working. My mama was sick and she wasn't getting better. She kept having strokes. She had 2 strokes back to back. And my life was just, okay. And so my friend, one day, it was a rough day. She called me at a right time, the right but wrong time. That makes sense, right? So she gave me a call and she's like, Tish, you need to do an event. Now, when I received that, I wrote it down and God told me that. She just confirmed it for me. I'm like, God, okay, if I'm going to do an event, first of all, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, can we talk about that? I don't know nothing about no event. Okay. So I knew I was called to get the women together. So the first thing I said was, God, if I'm gonna move right in my head, okay, I'm gonna need a building. Okay, so in order for me to build from here, I'm gonna need to get a building so we can have this event. So anyway, y'all, I went online. God sent me to this place. It didn't take long. Went in there. I did not have a dime. Okay, I was broke. I couldn't afford the K and the E. Your girl couldn't afford the K and the E. I was a bro at that point. Okay, so I walk in there and something in me says, share with her your vision. Okay. So I gave her the vision. So I'm telling her I want this and this and done. And my first event was called the Night of Release. Okay. And so I gave her this vision of everything and how I wanted to be done. And then it just towards the end. And now my gut, I'm a little nervous because now this is the important part. Now we got to talk about the money, which I don't have, right? So we go and we sit down and I said, okay, how much money we're talking? Do you know what that woman told me? Do you know what she told me? She said, you don't have to pay me anything. She said, you can pay me the full amount a couple days before the event. I'm just going to write out this contract for you. And guess what? And she gave me a discount. So as soon as I got in that car, that was my first initial step, moving on what he told me to do. Okay, that was my first step, right? Because if I was looking at my circumstances, if I was concentrating on what I had available to me, then I would have never even went to that hall. The night of release would have never happened. So I stepped out. It's the initial step, y'all. And so when I drove home, y'all, this is what I heard. Now get to work. And it's been on and popping since. When God is first, when he's preparing you, y'all, he's going to give you what you can handle. And usually it starts off small. It have to, baby. It has to start off small and then it has to evolve. It has to grow. See, it starts off small because he has to give you what you can manage. He's going to give you what you can manage first. If anything big and anything fast come in and real fast, it's going to be catastrophic. It will be dangerous. He has to build up your momentum. He has to give you the confidence. So it has to start small. And that's how I look at my life. I ain't ready for no million views. I ain't ready for a million eyes to be on me. You understand? I'm ready for my foe. Hey, Paul. You know? So it has to start off small so it can grow. And in this walk, y'all, I'm giving it, this is the key. It's going to start off small, so be okay with that. Okay? And then you got to start building a habit. I had to start building a habit for myself. Do you think people could just get up here and just, some of you got the talent and you could just do that. That's not me. But a lot of us, we got to prepare. So I had to find myself with a routine, with my writing and my studying and my seeking, and I had to fight for it. You have to build up that habit. It's the repetition. It's the repetition that forms the habit. So you got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it to get in habit so it can stick. And you got to be consistent with whatever he's telling you to do. Believe me, auntie. I wanted to give up so many times. And you know what's so amazing about that is that sometimes when you come to a place where you're kind of like in doubt, he always send you a person or somebody to just give you that encouragement. And then that's just enough for me to just keep going. Because it was plenty of times where I'm just like, what is this? What am I doing? What's going on? But you got to keep being consistent with whatever that skill that he's giving you. You got to keep sharpening your tool, and you're going to have to eliminate the distractions. Oh, because there's going to be distractions, sweetheart. Everything going to come against whatever you're trying to do. I don't care what you're trying to do in life. Distractions, distractions, distractions to get you off your square. Don't allow him to do it, y'all. You need to learn how to identify those distractions. And you have to remove them. And that's where I'm at. Because every time I feel like I'm trying to get in my word, right? It's just like my mind would just wander, or somebody will call my name, one of the kids, or it's always distractions try to get you off your square. Listen, recognize that, or he gonna fill your schedule up and make you so busy, so busy that you're not able to do what you want to do. Honey, them children practices, that husband, friends, family members, whatever, your job, whatever you could think of is going to try to distract you. But this is the main important part, y'all. And this is where I'm at. You have to be patient. I know. We have to be patient, y'all. Don't rush it. Understand that consistency takes time to develop. Okay? And I know you feel like, this is it. No, just slow pace. Be patient. When it happens, it'll happen in your timing. Can't nobody take it from you. What God has for you is for you. They can't take it for you. I don't care who in the room. If it's for you, it's for you. So I want to ask you this question, friend. How can you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for a long wait? How do you prepare yourself physically and mentally? I'm sorry. How do you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for a long wait? What role does your faith or trust play in your waiting process? How do you cope with delays and setbacks during your waiting period? How do you deal with that? What's your techniques? And I know you're probably like, Tish, it got to be something else. No, it ain't nothing else. It is a requirement from you. So you got to realize, y'all, that the only place where the enemy likes to play, the battlefield starts where, come on, y'all, in your mind. It's all in your mind. And you have to realize that everything that comes from you is not good for you. That your mind is the most powerful tool here on this earth. This mic is here because somebody mind, and this is what they thought. This cup right here, this cup right here was created from somebody mind and what they were thinking. So you have to realize the power of the mind. And Lord, to be in your right mind is a blessing. I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. Because something in the water ain't right. Now, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the person behind you. Okay? Something in the water ain't right. And you know what? Right now, you sitting up here listening, the enemy is going to attack everything that you just heard. He's going to suggest, that girl knows what she's talking about. You can't trust nobody with pink beads in their head. Okay, he going to try to get you off. He going to pop up in your mind. Or right now, you listening, your kid is probably trying to distract you because he don't want you to get this. You have to know the trick of the enemy. You have to know his tricks and how he play with your mind. He wants to use your history to suffocate your future. He wants to keep you bottled down. You know what? He wants you to be stressed out with everything that's going on around you. See, when you begin to stress, you stress when you don't know what to do. And that's not our job to know what to do. Listen, I'm in God's hand. I have absolutely no idea what is going on. But I am here and I'm being obedient. The first thing I have to do is get out of my own way. Get out the way, TT. It is not about me, TT. It's about what God has for me to do here in this earth at this time. That's what it's about. And I am learning to trust and obey God. And I'm leaving all the consequences to him. That's my life. Thank you, Dr. Stanley, for that. May you rest in peace. That is my life. That is my motto that I live by. So I don't care about nothing else. You're going to have to, if you're going to do this, you're going to have to stay focused and you're going to have to work on your mind. See, I had to change the way I talk. I speak Kinglish. Kinglish. That's that kingdom talk. Everything I do it for the kingdom. I put them in the forefront. So if it's this platform, then of course I'm going to use it to exalt his name in anything that I'm doing. If we sitting down and we going to brunch, I'm going to inspire you. I'm going to lift you up. You got to work on your mind every single day. It's the changing of the mind. And one of the hardest thing to do is to change the mindset. The set. It's the set of the mind. You have to start speaking positive when that negative come in. Okay? You have to tell yourself you can when your mind is telling you you're not. Is that making sense? Work on your mind every day. Read. Get knowledge. Every day even if I don't even understand what I am reading, okay, I'm going to get in that Bible. I'm going to listen to something that I can gain and try to implement in my life. It's the day-to-day walk, y'all. Listen, God doesn't change. He doesn't change, but his method and how he blesses you and how he uses you change. How he used me will be different from how he used you. You understand? Just like in the Bible there, y'all, we're going to be real quick. In the Bible, how he showed up in Moses' life was different than Joseph's life. How he showed up in Noah's life was different than how he did in Jacob's life. You know what I'm saying? God is still God, but the method and how he uses you is different. So he wants to use you. How can he be displayed here on this earth? Through you and through you and through you and through me. It's no big secret. He wants to use you. He wants, especially right now. Especially right now, that was what's going on. He's looking for some soldiers, y'all. So we got to do it for the kingdom. So whatever you're doing, put him in the forefront. I don't care if you working at McDonald's. You go in there with a smile and you serve them people with gratitude and be thankful. Everything you should do, you should put him first. You understand? Listen, it's really simple. You got to stay down and don't quit. And make sure you follow the drip. Follow the drip, follow the drip, follow the drip. He's going to keep opening it up and keep giving you steps. And the next thing you're going to look back and you're going to be like, wow, look at where God has brought me. He has brought you a mighty, mighty long way. You still here. You still standing. You tuned in right now. Look at you. Let me tell you a secret. God loves you. God loves him some yous. And just because you are not aware of it don't mean that it's not true. Listen, thank you for allowing your girl to pour this sweet, sweet tea, y'all. And you know it's sweet. This sweet tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God gonna do. Because I told you, I have absolutely no idea. But this I do know. We have to work on self-control. Work on yourself every day, sweetheart. You're not perfect. You gon' fail. God already knew it. That's why he sent his son to die on the cross for you and for me. Every day, you're going to have to fight with yourself to keep yourself under control. We all have an appetite. Some of us have an appetite more than others. But all of us have an appetite, which is our sin. Okay. So what my appetite may be different from yours. And I need you to know this. I need you to know this, that sin is going to fight you all the way to your grave. That appetite is going to fight you all the way to your grave. The greatest thing I heard DMX say, y'all, he was on an interview, right? And at the time he was clean. And so the lady asked him, she said, do you think you'll use drugs again? Like, do you think you'll go back? No, she said, what did she say? She said, do you think you'll ever go back to using drugs again? And he said, no, but this is something that I battle with every day. I'm going to always have a drug problem until I'm dead and gone. I'm going to always have to avoid those spots until I'm dead and gone. So you got to know yourself. If you're trying to work on yourself, just like a diet, right? If I'm on a diet and I said I'm going to change my life and I still go to the same McDonald's, to the same Burger King, how are you going to get a different result? You're going to have to avoid them places if you're trying to make a change. So you got to identify what that thing is for you, what your appetite is. And you have to work on that, okay? We in this thing together. I got my issues too, okay? But we in this thing together. This is a judge-free zone, okay? I want y'all to go out and live a blessed life. Until next time, you guys. Bye.